Have you ever paused for a moment, in the quiet of your own heart, looked at your life and wondered, why this life, why these specific parents, this particular country, this unique body, with all its joys and all its sorrows? What if I told you that none of it, not a single moment, is an accident? What if, long before you were ever born, your own wise, eternal soul meticulously chose this very life, this very path, for a sacred and profound reason? This isn't just a beautiful theory. It is the heart of a timeless spiritual wisdom. Today, we are going to journey deep into this sacred question, inspired by the teachings of the great master Paramahansa Yogananda, to explore why your soul chose this life, and how even your greatest challenges were lovingly designed to awaken you. Stay with me, because the answers your heart has been seeking are waiting right here. Have you ever felt the deep, inner pull, that subtle, persistent whisper within your heart that asks, why am I truly here? This is not just a random, philosophical question. It is your soul calling out for its own truth. Behind every single experience you are currently going through, whether it's profound love or painful loss, great success or perceived failure, deep peace or overwhelming pain, there lies a divine, intelligent plan hidden just beneath the surface of your everyday awareness. This plan was not made by your conscious, logical mind, but by something far greater, far wiser, your own eternal soul. Long before you were born, long before you took your very first breath in this world, your soul, as a brilliant, individual spark of the infinite, chose this life for a very sacred reason, not as a punishment, and certainly not by accident, but as a perfect path, a beautiful journey, a divine classroom through which you would grow, you would evolve, and you would ultimately, joyfully remember who you truly are. Your soul chose this specific life so that it may have the opportunity to heal old, ancient wounds, to fulfill forgotten promises from other lifetimes, to learn new, invaluable lessons in compassion and strength, and to finally, fully awaken to its own inherent divinity. This is not just a discussion, it is a spiritual remembrance. So, I invite you to take a deep, conscious breath, to sit back, and to listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. The answers you've been searching for are waiting in the quiet, resonant silence between these words. 1. The eternal nature of your soul. Before we can ever hope to understand why your soul chose this particular life, we must first gently, lovingly remember what the soul truly is. You are not just a physical body, made of flesh and bone. You are not just a name, a personality, or a simple bundle of memories from this one lifetime. Beneath all of that, beneath every single role you've ever played, there is something far more real, far more eternal. You are the soul, pure, timeless, and forever unchanging. In the beautiful, poetic words of Paramahansa Yogananda, you are the immortal soul, ever free, ever joyful, ever one with God. The soul is not born, and it never, ever dies. It exists beyond the limitations of time and space. It does not age with the physical body or fade with the conscious mind. It is a brilliant, singular spark of the divine, a perfect, holographic reflection of the infinite consciousness that animates all of existence, and the soul carries within it all the accumulated wisdom of its countless lifetimes. The deep, persistent longing to return to its source, and the quiet, unshakable knowing that this life is so much more than what it seems. And so, when we ask the profound question, "Why did I take this birth?" we must learn to ask it not as a temporary, physical body, not as a fragile, egoic identity, but as the eternal, unwavering soul, because the soul's grand journey is not just about this one single life, it is an ongoing, epic journey of awakening. This life you are living right now is simply one beautiful, crucial scene in the great, cosmic movie of your own spiritual evolution. The soul keeps moving, lifetime after lifetime, not to endlessly suffer, but to remember its own true nature as pure love and boundless joy, and to finally, completely dissolve the painful illusion of its separation from the whole. You, dear one, are not lost. You are not broken. You are a magnificent soul on a sacred, well-trodden path, walking courageously back home to your true self, back to the infinite light from which you originally came. And this life, with all its unique challenges and blessings, is an absolutely essential, perfectly designed step on that radiant journey. 2. The sacred law of karma. To truly understand why your soul chose this specific life, we must now gently, without fear or judgment, look into the sacred, impartial law that shapes all of our experiences, the law of karma. Karma is a word that is so often, and so tragically, misunderstood in our modern world. Some people think of it as a system of cosmic punishment, while others see it as a rigid, unchangeable fate. But the great master Paramahansa Yogananda explained it with a much more beautiful and empowering clarity. Karma is, quite simply, the universal law of cause and effect. It is the divine, intelligent mechanism through which the soul learns, grows, and ultimately balances itself. Every single action, every word, every thought, every single intention you have ever had, in any lifetime, creates a subtle, yet powerful, energy, and that energy, by universal law, must eventually return to you, not to punish you, but to lovingly teach you. Karma is your soul's most patient and precise teacher. It is always perfectly fair. Each life you live is therefore deeply, intricately connected to all the lives you've lived before. The profound joys you are now receiving are often the beautiful, resonant echoes of your own past kindness, and the difficult challenges you now face are not random curses from a cruel universe. They are, in fact, carefully, lovingly chosen opportunities for your own soul's growth. Before you were born, your soul, with its full, expanded awareness, consciously chose to work through certain specific karmic lessons in this particular lifetime. That is why you were born into your specific family, in a certain environment, with a unique set of strengths and weaknesses. Absolutely nothing is random. Every single detail of your life serves your soul's grand, beautiful unfolding. As Yogananda so wisely said, karma governs the universe with perfect justice. If something painful has happened in your life, it is not because you are unlucky or unloved by the universe. It is because your soul, in its infinite wisdom, knows that it is now strong enough, now ready to rise higher by facing and transmuting that very energy. The people who challenge you the most, the struggles that seem to break you wide open, all of them are powerful karmic mirrors, lovingly showing you exactly where your own healing is needed and where more of your own unconditional love must learn to flow. So, instead of desperately asking, "Why me?" I invite you to begin gently, curiously asking, "What is this here to teach me?" Karma is not your enemy. It is your most faithful, most reliable guide, and it is through its profound, often challenging lessons that you grow in wisdom, you grow in strength, and most importantly, you grow in a deep, boundless compassion, both for yourself and for all other living beings. Now that we understand the eternal nature of our soul and the just, loving law of karma, let us go even deeper. Let's explore how the very blueprint of your current life was so meticulously designed, not by chance, but by your own divine choice. And it is this very blueprint that we will begin to unfold right after this. So, we have journeyed to the heart of this profound understanding. Your life is not a series of random accidents, but a sacred plan, a divine blueprint meticulously drawn by your own wise and eternal soul for its highest good. It was your soul that knew that through this very specific journey, with these exact people, in this exact time, on this exact earth, it could move one magnificent step closer to remembering its own divinity, one step closer to God. So, instead of endlessly questioning your path, I now invite you to begin to deeply, truly honor it. Everything in your life, even and especially the parts you don't yet understand, is a vital part of this sacred design. At this point in the journey, a beautiful and incredibly important question naturally arises. If my soul chose this life, do I still have free will? If everything is, on some level, planned, then what real power do I have to change anything? To this, the great master Paramahansa Yogananda gave a wonderfully comforting and deeply empowering answer. Yes, your soul may have chosen the starting point, your body, your parents, the broad, overarching lessons you came here to learn, but how you choose to move through this life, how you choose to play the part you were given, is still and always will be entirely up to you. Your life is not a rigid, unchangeable script that you must blindly follow. It is much more like a magnificent stage, set for a grand, divine play. Your soul, in its wisdom, sets the scene, but you, in your human form, are the lead actor, and it is your conscious choices, your reactions, your responses, that ultimately shape the beautiful, unfolding story. Your karma may create certain circumstances, certain challenges, but your precious free will always decides how you respond to them. Two people, for example, can face the exact same difficulty. One may grow bitter, resentful, and trapped by the experience, while the other, through that very same challenge, awakens to a new level of compassion, strength, and wisdom. That profound difference is the incredible power of your own conscious choice. Yogananda often said, "You have the power to change your destiny by changing your consciousness." This means that no matter what your soul may have initially chosen as its curriculum, the direction of your life can still be profoundly, beautifully transformed through your own awareness, through your love, and through your dedicated spiritual effort. So, if you've made mistakes in your past, please do not worry. If you feel stuck right now, do not lose hope. Every single moment, including this one, is a brand new chance to lovingly realign with your higher self, with your soul's deepest purpose. With each conscious decision you make, to forgive, to meditate, to serve, to love, you step more fully, more powerfully into the beautiful, radiant truth of your soul's highest intention. Your life is like a mighty river. Your karma may have decided its general path through the mountains, but it is your will that decides whether that river flows smoothly and gracefully, or whether it constantly, painfully crashes against the rocks. You are not a helpless victim of fate. You are a powerful co-creator with the divine. The soul chose the canvas and the paints, but you, my friend, are the one painting the masterpiece, stroke by loving stroke, forged by conscious thought, breath by sacred breath. Now that we understand the role of karma, the soul's divine blueprint, and the beautiful power of our own free will, we finally arrive at the deepest, most sacred question of all. Why? What is the ultimate purpose behind this grand, cosmic play? Why does the soul choose to come into this world again and again? Why go through all the intricate cycles of birth and death, of pleasure and of pain? Paramahansa Yogananda answered this with a beautiful, unwavering clarity. The ultimate purpose of this life is not material success. It is not comfort. It is not even, in the worldly sense, happiness. It is self-realization. Your soul chose this life, with all its unique twists and turns, to remember its own true nature, to awaken from the long, convincing dream of separation, and to realize, with every fiber of its being, that it has never been anything but a part of the divine. You see, the soul is like a single, precious drop of water from the infinite ocean of spirit. In the process of entering the human body, it temporarily forgets its own vastness, its own oceanic nature. It becomes caught in the powerful illusion of the ego, the small self that constantly thinks, I am this body, I am this name, I am this story. But deep within, the soul is always longing to return home, back to the infinite spirit, back to a state of profound peace, back to the ultimate truth. That is why no outer success, no matter how great, ever fully, lastingly satisfies us, because the soul is not truly seeking the things of the world. It is, and always has been, seeking God. Yogananda often said, the soul's only true purpose is to find its joy in God. And so, your soul chose this specific life because it offers the exact, perfect set of experiences, of relationships, of challenges, and of spiritual opportunities that are needed to awaken you from your slumber. Even your suffering, when it is viewed from this higher perspective, becomes a sacred doorway, a powerful alarm clock. shaking you from your comfortable sleep and lovingly drawing your attention back inward toward your true self. So please, do not be discouraged by your hardships. They are not meaningless. They are sacred, powerful tools that are gently, yet persistently, nudging you toward your own magnificent truth. Every single step you take in awareness, every prayer you whisper, every act of kindness you offer, every single moment of quiet, contemplative silence, all of it brings you closer and closer to that ultimate, glorious goal, awakening to the divine that lives right now within you. As we come to the final part of our sacred reflection today, let us return to a place of deep, profound trust, because even with all this beautiful, intellectual understanding about the soul, about karma, about destiny, and about awakening, there will still be moments in your life when things feel confusing, painful, or deeply unfair. There will be times when you will cry out, "Why is this happening to me?" or "What did I ever do to deserve this?" And in those challenging, human moments, the most powerful thing you can possibly do is to trust. Trust that your wise, eternal soul knew exactly what it was doing when it chose this path. Trust that there is a deeper, loving intelligence that is guiding everything, even what feels, from your limited perspective, like absolute chaos. Paramahansa Yogananda told that the soul never, ever makes a mistake. He said, "You are exactly where you are meant to be, to learn what you need to learn, in order to become the person you are meant to be. Nothing in your life is wasted. Not a single tear, not a single joy, not a single challenge. All of it is part of a divine, intricate design, woven with great, unconditional love by the very hands of your own higher self." So, instead of resisting your path, I invite you now to begin to embrace it. Even if you don't understand every part of it right now, know that your soul sees the full, beautiful picture far beyond what your conscious mind can possibly grasp. Every single experience is helping you to awaken, to purify, and to return to your original, radiant light. And when things get hard, remember always to turn inward. Be still, meditate, pray. The quiet, loving voice of your soul is always there, calm, patient, and full of wisdom. It will guide you home. So, walk forward, dear one, not in fear, but in profound, unshakable trust. Your soul did not come here to suffer endlessly. It came here to remember, and in its own perfect, divine time, all things will unfold exactly as they should. If anything you have heard in this video today has touched your heart or helped you to see your own beautiful life from a higher, more loving perspective, then we passionately, sincerely invite you to become a vital part of our growing community of souls. Subscribe now and join us on this magnificent journey of remembrance and awakening. By subscribing, you are not just getting more content, you are making a powerful, conscious declaration to yourself and to the universe. I am ready to honor my soul as path. Click that subscribe button with the full, heartfelt intention of your aspiring soul, and be absolutely certain to ring that powerful notification bell, because you won't want to miss a single one of our upcoming explorations into the profound wisdom that can help you remember who you truly are. And now, we would be so deeply honored to hear from you. Your journey, your voice, and your own unique insights are what make this community so incredibly special. Please, share your own heartfelt reflections in the comments below. What part of this message about your soul's journey brought a little more light into your heart today? Your simple act of sharing could be the very thing that helps another soul feel less alone on their own path. Thank you, with our deepest gratitude, for your magnificent presence. Until we meet again, walk gently, live deeply, and always listen to the quiet, loving voice within.